What's up, guys? I hope you guys are good. On this video, we'll be learning Python as usual. Yeah. So now on this video, there are two major things I want to talk about. Though I'm going to branch in one aspect, which I have done before in one of my videos. Now, first thing we're going to look into is len. Actually, it is called length. But in programming, there are lots of abbreviation like shortcuts, lot of like just abbreviation, you understand? So what we want to look into is how can we get the length of our string? Okay. Now you declare a name, you declare a variable, you pass in your string into a variable, and you want to be able to figure out, or maybe your user put in some information which is stored into your variable, and you're trying to, okay, what is the length of this content? Or let's say you personally, you even want to have a maximum of the kind of character, the length they can pass into a variable. You understand? How can we get this length? In Python, we use len. It's a function, or you can call it method. Anyone. Okay? We're going to talk about that, do some example, how you can get the length of your string. Okay. Now we are also going to talk about type function. This I've done before, like I said. So I will just, just for you guys to have idea and like just to refresh you guys' memory. But the full details you want to talk about py and type, you can actually check the video. It's there. Now, once we are done with that, we are going to look into what we call variable. Now, as a way, personally myself, there's a way I declare my variable. It might be different from yours, but I know two ways that you can declare a variable. I master one, but I'm just going to point out the second way you can declare a variable in this video. Okay. Yeah, some people declare variables like the way they like. Sometimes when you see some code, you will see that you have like, let's say, 5 lines of code, right? And this same code is written by another person in just maybe 2 lines of code. Like, what's going on here? They both achieve the same thing. So that's why you don't need to memorize programming. Programming is not for you to memorize it. It's just for you to understand it and know what you want to do. Then you can actually get the function you need to achieve that. So enough of the talking, right? So let's just get into it and do a little bit of practice. Then it's left for you to do practice on your own and get used to it. That's all. So I'm going to declare a variable name and my string is going to be my name. Now, what we mean by variable in programming in general, when we say the word of variable, we are trying to declare, or let's say you're trying to create a space. Yes, you are trying to create a space in the computer's memory to save some information inside it. Okay, now I have a variable name here. I create a space on the computer's memory with this variable, with this name. We call it variable. So now I'm passing this string, this name inside my variable so it can be stored inside the computer's memory. Just as simple as that. So now I have done this. If I do print, I print name, and let me just run. Yeah, I'm gonna get this back, which is my name. Now, like I said earlier in one or two videos, you can either use single quotes or double quotes. Though there will be a video whereby we have some escape sequence that we can use sometimes. But in this video, what I want to also achieve in this video is the length, how to get our length, the length of our variable, how to get the length of our variable, and also some other ways that we can use to declare our variables. Now, here I want to get the length of the name variable. The function we use is this, length. This will give us the length of whatever variable we declare inside this bracket. Okay, so now for us to do that, let's say we want to print the length of name right now. Inside our print, we pass in the function length, bracket, and we pass in the name. Okay, 19. That's the length. This length is different from the index. Remember that when we want to get our index, we use this. Let me repeat that. Print the name, and we use this square brackets, and we pass in quotes. That's all. Okay. Now this is giving us the index. This is giving us the length. Let's just do a simple example. 4 stop at -1. So if you are confused with the index, check the previous video. I'm going to drop a link of it in this video so you can check it out. So I'm not going there in this video. So now, once we have this gives us the length, like I said earlier, and which we have seen. All right, 19. So whatever you put in your string, this len give us the length. Mind you, we can't use it to get the length of an integer. Okay, for instance, let's say numbers. We pass some numbers here, sorry, and let's look for the length. See, they come across 0, which is line 3 in model. Print this. Object of type int has no length. You can see that it stated for us int does not have a length. All right, so now there's also something I want you guys to take note of. You know, we mentioned, we talked about type. How do we verify the type of variable we have that we mentioned this, we talked about this function type, right? Okay, so now we can use this type to get our type of variables, or we can easily just move our mouse on the variable. You can see here name is a string, is holding on to string. Here if I come here onto numbers, here it tells us that it's holding on to integer. That's another way for us to get the, what is it called, the type of values that our variables have in store. Okay, so either we use that way, that we use this type, or you just move our mouse on it, give us what we want. So now to talk more of variable right now, in mostly not not in some aspects, most of the time this is how we developers will declare our variable, or let me say I personally declare my variable. Let's say I have x here, I can say x is equals to 10, sorry, y is equals to 5, stuff like that. Okay, now you can either do it this way, or you can do it like this. You can say x y is equals to 10, 5. Now this 10 goes for x, and this y goes for this 5 goes for y. So let's check it out. Let's check that out, and let's remove this. So one thing, that's what's coming out for us, x y. Okay, so as you have it here. All right. Okay, so that is a little bit explanation on variables and length, how you can get the length of your string, and the other way around, you can declare your variables. So guys, like I said earlier, it's very simple, right? Just seriously, just that, like, wow. Yeah, it's very simple, but just need to pay attention and practice it. Okay, so I'm gonna see you again in the next video, but please, before you leave, why don't you just click on that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification, so whenever I drop video, it gets to you. Okay guys, so see you again in the next video where we talk about Python. Peace out.